I can't think of a place right now, right?
Well, I worked in customer service for over 20 years on the phone, and I've spoken to people all over the world, and basically in the United States, I figured that if I were to move anywhere, it would probably be New Mexico, because from what I understand from people there is that they get snow, but like the next day it's 70 degrees and that snow is gone.
Sounds nice.
Mhm. And they don't have the humidity like we do, and stuff like that. So I think that would, and I've been to New Mexico and I really loved it. It's a really pretty place. Of course, depending where you go, just like any other state. But it's been, let's see. My youngest is 16, so probably about 18 years ago I was there. I actually went to Texas, and then we drove to New Mexico, and we drove to, we didn't drive to Mexico. We walked over the bridge from El Paso. So, yeah, but it was nice.
It must have been beautiful.
It was. It really was. I actually even liked being in El Paso. It was a very nice town at that time, and great weather. We went in September, so it wasn't too hot, and it was really nice. And it's nice and convenient to be all around those other states that you haven't been to, so you can drive.
Arizona's nice. We were there in February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like going to Florida or, California or something, too.
Oh, my God, what difference. No, because if you went to the Grand Canyon and then you went south, what a difference. Because it's about 30 degrees at the Grand Canyon in February from where we were.
Mhm.
And I had on a fleece and a hoodie. That was it, and I was cold.
Yeah.
So, and then the best part is, as the day goes on, you feel like this nice warmth going down your back, meaning that the temperature is going up, and you don't need to. You can take off a jacket.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's wonderful. It's like it went from 30 to about 55 in about very quickly.
That is nice. That is nice. Now, It's Called Life in our chat room said the temp shot up to 45 today in Texas. So I think I don't know, is Texas get cold weather? I mean, like we do in Chicago or New York. 45, that's almost swimsuit weather in Chicago.
I know. In California, 45 is nothing. I was up in Tahoe in December, and it was about 46 degrees, and I took my coat off. So
yeah, because I know I go outside, like even if I'm just going to let the dogs out during, our so-called winter, but on a day where it's 30 degrees or 35 degrees, I won't put a jacket on. I'll just go out there and let the dogs out and, come back in. And people that have never been here and they hear, well, oh my gosh, it's 30 degrees and you went out without a jacket, well, that's normal for us. We're used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're conditioned for that.
Enrique, I'm going to bring you on the phone and tell you to sing that song. He goes, who let the dogs out? I'm going to make you come on the phone and talk about that. Sing that song. Yeah, It's Called Life says it felt like a heat wave.
Mhm.
That's for sure. Good. That's for sure. Because that's so unexpected. Who's 770 that's on the phone holding? Who's got the area code? Anybody in the chat room? 770. I believe that's a Georgia phone number.
Where is Stephanie? No.
Yeah, Stephanie, if you're listening, you better call in. Yes, Jesse Brewer, RN. We are waiting for Sean. He initially called in at the beginning of the show, and his call dropped. We don't know if he's having technical difficulties, if his call can't come through. We have no idea what's going on, so I do apologize for that.
Battery?
Yeah, maybe battery, or maybe he's driving and in an area where he's not getting a connection. I'm really sorry. We don't know. I've been looking for any kind of DM or message or email or something, and I haven't received anything.
I'm on Twitter and haven't seen a thing.
Mm-mm. No, and this is not like Sean. I know he wouldn't do this, like forget or anything, but I know for a fact that was him that called in. Anytime we have a guest call in, their phone number doesn't show up as a regular phone number. It's always I'm assuming a blocked number, so it'll come up with a bunch of ones. And that's how we know when our guest is calling in. So very seldom it's anybody else. Sonny tampered with his cars, Jesse said. And his phone. That's a good one.
Don't let Michael know.
Yeah, Michael's going to have to know about that, because that's one thing. I would hate to be, if think about it in real life, I would hate to have to be Michael right now with two dads.
Yeah,
that's got to be rough, because here your real dad is. You thought he's been dead all these years, and he's back now. And then you've had Sonny and, of course, also Jason, who have raised Michael all these years, and so Michael considers Sonny his father. So, and then there he is in the middle, because they're both fighting over him. You with me, David?
Yep, I hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that they hate each other. That's right, Jesse. I just can't even imagine that.
Oh, God.
Well, what do you think about AJ being back?
I am thrilled.
So am I. I just absolutely love the scenes with Sean and or AJ and Tracy fighting over this stock, and Lucy.
Yep.
Lucy
and
taking
Tracy
advantage.
Going shopping with her. I love that. Was a riot.
Oh, that was so funny. And Monica is like telling him, Lucy, they don't like you. They're fighting over your 1%.
And Lucy's going to use that.
Oh, you know it. Yeah, Jessie, she says, I bet AJ will flirt with Lucy just to be crafty. I was thinking the same thing. Is AJ going to start, coming up to her and saying, hey, baby, getting close with her, and even if he has to, marry her, I'm sure he'll do it.
One way or another.
Yeah. And I actually like that they've brought up Alan and Edward and Lila and, all that too. I mean, that's just, those are the good old days. Those are the great memories. And I absolutely adore Frank Valentini and Ron Carlivati for bringing all of these people back to us, because GH is now what it used to be. When
did I start watching? I've been a viewer for 22 years. So I go back when they first brought on, I remember Brenda first coming on. I remember Jagger and Karen.
Oh, I want them to bring Jagger back too.
Yeah.
Do you remember John Stamos? Because that was the time that he was on there too.
I was in college. I remember watching GH a little bit. It was John and it was Jack Wagner too, weren't they?
Yep.
Did they have a group together? on the show. I saw that on YouTube, and I said, "Oh, I remember watching this in college."
Yeah, yeah.
Frisco
I don't
and
even remember what year, because Jessie's saying she watched it since '69 when she was a tyke, and Michelle says she's been watching since 2000. I think I probably started watching in the '70s.
Let me see, 22 years solid, but in college I used to catch it now and then, and I remember the Brownstone.
And Bobby.
And let me see, what do I miss? Oh, there was Blackie and Frisco.
Yep.
And
Felicia. And Scorpio, and oh yes, I remember Denise Alexander, definitely.
Yeah, I remember.
Leslie. Jeannie Francis. The other one, oh my gosh, the other one that worked with Scorpio and them during the Princess thing era.
Oh, Sean and Tiffany.
Yes, Sean and Tiffany. Yes, those were the good old days.
And then, you know, one of my very first scenes I remember, it was, "Hello, who are you?" And says, "Oh, hi, I'm Robin."
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah. Dawn?
Yes, I'm back.
You found us again?
Yes, well, I had something going on behind the scenes. Sorry about that. Do we have Sean? Sean, are you on?
I am on. How are you?
Oh,
hey,
Sean.
how are you?
You heard us talking about you, didn't you?
I did.
It was all good stuff.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. How you doing?
We're doing well. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for joining us today. We've got
pleasure.
a lot of excited people.
Sorry for the screw-up. I had a little confusion in my schedule, but I'm here.
Oh, that's okay. It happens. We thought that you had called earlier, but the call dropped, so we weren't sure what happened, you know, if you were having a situation with driving or being in a bad spot or whatever. But you're here now, and that's all that matters. So how are you doing today?
I'm good. You know, I have a couple weeks off from the show, which I'm really enjoying. And, you know, just enjoying the holidays with my family and relaxing a lot.
Well, good. I know I'm happy that when you're on a soap, they give those down times, those dark days, you know, so you guys can enjoy the holidays with your families. It's got to mean a lot to you.
Yeah, I know it does. I mean, you know, we work pretty hard when we're there, and it's, you know, the hours are long, and, you know, we all enjoy what we do, but it's also nice to get a little break to kind of recharge your batteries. Exactly.
So how does it feel being back on GH?
It's pretty incredible, I have to tell you. I mean, it happened very quickly, and it wasn't something that I really had anticipated at all. And you know, I was working on B&B, and you know, when this opportunity came up, I was pretty surprised. But it's just been fantastic so far. I mean,
well, we love it.
I work with, and I've been given great stories so far, and you know, and I love, you know, I love what I do, and I'm getting the chance to do it more frequently than I was being given the chance on Bold and the Beautiful. So this is a good thing.
Right. Well, when you came back to Bold and the Beautiful, when your daughter was going to get married, you know, I know myself, and I'm sure others thought that this was going to go into a longer storyline than what it did. So it was kind of, you know, bummed that it wasn't. But
you're the only one.
Yeah.
I was disappointed too, because I really enjoy working over on Bold. But you know, I've been really pleasantly surprised at just how much story I've had and the great quality of the story that I've had. I mean, I love working with, you know, some of the actors that I worked with 20 years ago. You know, Jane Elliott, Wally Kurth, and you know, Leslie Charleston. It's been great.